Yo, what is up, world? Mighty Beeps here. Welcome back to the last video of 2021. Weird to say that, crazy to think. It has been a wild year, so if you have been sticking around throughout any of my videos throughout the entire year, thanks. And as you know, it is the 2021 Rewind, my recap on the entire year, going through month to month, kind of looking at some of the special moments that I remember the most. So before we get started, go ahead and roll the intro, and I'll see you soon. Alright, so starting off in January, that was a really fun month for me, thinking back to it almost a year ago now exactly, and it started off with a hike with Hortensia and Marcos, and we went all the way to General Sherman, which is the world's largest tree in the sequoias, which if you're familiar with the sequoias and you've been to the sequoias, then you have been right next to Visalia, which is where I am currently right now. So that was a really fun hike, and I gotta say, I was in more shape back then than what I am now, so still working on that, but it was a lot of fun getting a chance to be in the snow and hang out with my friends, go on another hike, which if you follow the channel, I at least do 1 or 2 hiking videos a year, I want to say, at least, which means I go hiking once or twice a year, which hopefully in 2022 I will go out and hike a little bit more than I did this year. And then after that hiking video, I made another update video about USC, and that was just some really crazy times looking back at it. The entire first year being online, like every time that comes out of my mouth, it just feels very brand new and like that actually happened, sort of a thing. And in the month of February, I made another video about updating you guys on my second semester at USC, and it looked a little bit like this. And for those of you that don't know, we edit in the program called Avid. It looks a little bit like this, just my timeline. I don't want to show it. All right, moving on to March, which was a wild and crazy month and scary month for me because that's when I got my COVID shot, and I talked about the side effects that I had after getting the shot. And then also I made a video about taking my dad to get his COVID shot, and that was actually really cool, very interesting, and it was probably one of the first times he was in a car in maybe like a year. And it was actually the first time my dad and my entire family were in a car together in probably like a year. So that was actually really interesting, and it was really cool to be able to kind of literally just go on a car ride with my dad, which we don't ever really do. And that was probably the last time that we were all in a car together. So fast forward to almost an entire year later, I feel like I'm totally fine. And of course, I'm really happy that I got my COVID shots. All right, wow, we are already in the month of April, which that was a really fun time. There were so many things to talk about, but the 2 videos that I definitely want to highlight is first and foremost from my best friend Thomas, who is my childhood friend and probably one of my longest going friends that I've ever had in my entire life. He and his significant other, Shaban, came out to Visalia in this very room that you're seeing right now, and we actually did a little podcast. This is something that Thomas and I have talked about for a really long time. We've always wanted to do a podcast together. When I was making podcasts, he would listen and tune into the podcast that I was filming or recording actually. So the fact that he actually got a chance to come out and we hung out together, we had some food, it was Hawaiian food, and it was just a really awesome time being with Shaban and Thomas. And we got a chance to just talk about like what is life for Thomas, who, if you don't know, which you probably don't know, he lives in Japan most of the time. Well, I should say for the past like maybe 5 years, maybe more or less. I'm not sure, you have to correct me on that, Thomas. But he's been in Osaka for a really long time, so I got a chance to ask him what is life like living in Japan, coming from California, coming from Camarillo, California to be exact. So it was really cool to kind of pick his brain and just get a chance to sit down and talk to them. That was definitely one of the more fun things that happened in April. And then of course after that video was my birthday video. If you didn't know, I turned 30 this year, and I made a video about that, and it was a really special video. It kind of just encapsulated my entire life of 30 years of living on this earth, and it was just like a music video to Dead Ma 5, I remember, and that is one of my favorite songs of all time, and it was just so perfect being able to kind of copy my favorite YouTuber, Casey Neistat. He did the same exact kind of style video when he turned 30, I believe. I just had to copy it. It was something that I have always wanted to do, and I waited until I turned 30 just to finally be able to execute it. So it was really fun. April was one of the most memorable months for sure of 2021. May, we continue on to the next month, which if you didn't catch that, it's May. So in May, I made a few videos and I had a lot of wonderful times as well, which is crazy because April was just so fun. How could it get even better? It does, trust me. In the month of May, I made a video talking about my entire first year of being online at USC studying film, and I've made a lot of update videos this year because, I mean, what do you expect? COVID happened, it's hard to go out, didn't really want to meet with people. I mean, I wanted to, but we couldn't. There's just a lot of complications, and I'm sure you felt that as well. So I made a video about updating you guys on my first year at USC, which was pretty gnarly because I kind of foreshadowed being in person at USC, and I didn't know what to expect, which we'll kind of get into in the next few months after that. But after that video, I also made another video, which is kind of one of my more like honest and more vulnerable videos that I've ever made. I was really kind of scared to make it, but I wanted to make it. I felt like I had to talk about a breakup that I went through, about a really rough time in my life, and I wanted to just kind of bookend it, kind of end it. That emotion, that feeling that I had been kind of holding on to for a really long time. And yeah, it was a pretty rough run. So if you haven't seen it, check that video out. It's very honest. And then after that, to end off the month of May, I made a video called The Return. I went back to my aunt and uncle's house, which is in Chatsworth, California, which is currently where I'm living, going to USC. But anywho, I went over there and I made a video about hanging out with Palm Electro. All of my friends who were in the band Palm Electro, if you are unfamiliar, they have awesome music. But I hung out with all of them and it was really, really fun. It was so cool to see them after so long and get a chance to kind of hear some live music again. And then I ended off that video back in Visalia, hanging out with Hortensia, flying the drone that she had recently got. And we didn't get any footage from that drone flight because she forgot the memory card. So I wonder how she's doing, if she's any better with the drone. I haven't really asked her about that. I probably should. But that was the month of May, and it was just a really, really fun time. Mr. June, one of my really good friends at USC. His name is June, and that's the month that we're going to be talking about. I don't know what I'm doing with these. Anywho, okay, so the month of June was a really, really awesome month. Again, it's crazy how things continue to get better throughout the year. So starting off with this month, I got a chance to go on another hike at Mist Falls, and this time I went with Yadira, Hortensia, and Daniela. It was a really, really fun hike, and Mist Falls is one of my favorite hikes, and getting a chance to go on a hike with all three of them is always a really fun time. So I'm excited for our next hike, wherever that may be, and it was just a really, really fun time. And then after that, I finally got a chance to share with you guys that video that I was talking about for my class at USC. It's the 508 class, and I had made so many videos talking about the entire process, but I finally got a chance to share the actual video with you guys. So if you haven't seen it, it's called Dreaming of Forgiveness. It was a really touching story, which is inspired by some true events in my life. So I was really excited to share that with you guys, and if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. I think you'll like it. And last but not least, in the month of June, I made a video with my dear friend, my brother, my hermano, my Nissan, Enrique, and we finally got a chance to go hunting for some natto, which we have never eaten. It is a Japanese traditional dish. If you have had it, you know exactly what it is. If you haven't had it, it's those beans that look really stringy and almost look like really slimy. That is natto, and it is so interesting, the taste. I can't say that I actually really enjoy it, but I'm happy that I got to try it with none other than my best friend, my brother, my hermano, Enrique, and we really we just had fun eating it. It wasn't our favorite dish, like I said, but it was a really fun video and a really awesome time. So yeah. July, oh my gosh. Okay, July was a really awesome month. Getting right into the heat of things, I made a video about filming in 100+ degree weathers with a lot of awesome young students at Fresno City College. They are all filmmakers and they are all incredibly talented, like so much so that I wish that I was like them at that age, because I really wasn't making films like they were, and I didn't have access to people, to resources like what they had for that particular project. So that was a really awesome time. And again, all of those kids, those people, those young adults who are part of that video, you are all super talented, and I really aspire to be like you when I grow up. So that was just a really fun video. And I also got a chance to hang out with one of my best friends, Stephen Chen, who he is my mentor in life and as a filmmaker. He went to Chapman University, which is where he got his MFA, and he also was the one who mentored me as a teacher when I was first teaching 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, he was the one who taught me how to teach. A really awesome guy. So anytime I get a chance to hang out with him, it's a really fun time. And another really cool moment was going to Shaver Lake with, yet again, my wonderful hiking friends, who actually, we have a group on Instagram, we're in a group chat, I should say, called The Future Hikers, and it's just so fun. We go hiking a lot, and again, it's Yadira, Daniela, and Hortensia. We went to Shaver Lake for my very first time, and that was really fun, being in the lake. It almost felt like being at the beach, but the floor was incredibly slimy. So I kept my shoes on because I hate when my feet are slimy. Anyways, beside the point, it was just a really awesome hike, and I'm excited for our very next hike, wherever that is going to be. And then after that, I made a video about another update. Go figure, me sitting here talking to you guys because, again, it's COVID, but there were a lot of cool, awesome things that I got a chance to do as well. I made a few videos for Relive College, which, if you're unfamiliar, it's just a community college in the area where I currently am living in right now. And then I also talked about a few other things as well. So that's usually how these update videos go, which, if you're a follower, you know that I make a lot of update videos because sometimes I just can't film everything that I'm doing. And that was July. August. Wow. This was probably one of the most craziest months of the year. Why? Because I moved to LA. I made it all the way back to my aunt and uncle's house in Chatsworth, and we finally started going to school in person on campus, and that was just nuts. The build up to moving and then actually being on campus, meeting all of my friends, 60 plus of my friends who we've met only online, only like this right here. They've only seen me sitting in this seat behind this camera, or in front of the camera, I should say. And we all met. It was crazy. It was fun. And looking back at those moments, it's just weird. I don't know that there's ever been a situation where fellow students, fellow friends have met each other online for an entire year. And then going into person on campus, it was just so much fun getting a chance to meet everyone and who you have seen in the vlogs nowadays. They've almost become regulars now, and it's just weird to think that there was a point in time where we only knew each other on Zoom. So August was nuts. Do you remember the month of September? All right, September was really crazy as well. We're gonna jump right into it. I made a video about week 5 at USC super jumping into week 5, which I named it that because, to my surprise, one of my friends at USC remembers the super jump, something that I started in the vlog a really, really long time ago. And if you hear me say super jump on that like button, which I usually do on all of my videos, that is why I say it, because I created this thing called a super jump where you jump in one location and then you land in an entirely different one. So it was so cool to know that one of my friends was actually familiar about this super jump, because I don't do it as often as I would like to, but I made a video with that in it, and it was just a really fun time hanging out with my friends at USC. Man, crazy to think we were all online, but now we're in person. And then after that, I made another video celebrating 2 of my friends' birthdays. One of my friends being Jennifer. We celebrated her birthday at a bar in Los Angeles. It was a really fun time. A lot of my friends got together. We all drank. We played a few games, and it was just really cool to celebrate Jennifer's birthday, which was a really good time. And then after that, in that same exact video, I celebrated my other friend Hortensia's birthday, which I had to drive all the way out to Visalia to do. And it was a really awesome time because Yadira was there, Daniela was there, and we got a chance to do some really fun dancing. I forgot the name of the dancing, but I got pretty good at it by the end of the night. And it was just a lot of fun celebrating 2 of my friends' birthdays and being able to document it. And yeah, September was one of those months to remember, you know? All right, moving on to the month of October. That was a really exciting and eventful month. I got a chance to vlog about one of the classes that I was in at the time, and that is 506, where you run around all over Los Angeles taking photos. I got a chance to finally document some of those moments, which I was with my friend Chelsea, Julia, and Jacqueline. And it was just a really awesome time. We were in downtown LA area, which most of the time that's where we're at because my school is actually located in downtown LA, if you didn't know. But we were running around as usual, doing all of the wonderful and crazy things that we had to do for Professor Bruce. And yeah, I got really used to hearing the words redo, and I think we even had a meme about that, which was really cool. So that was one of the videos that I made, and it was just a really cool time to hang out with my friends, taking photos all over Los Angeles. Yeah. And then after that, of course, I went to Universal Studios with a lot of my friends. We went to Universal Horror Nights. I think that's how you say it. But that was a really cool and fun and scary time. And just getting a chance to go out and do things with all of my friends from school is always a wonderful time, especially when it's the month of October and when it's for Halloween. November. Now that was a really, really fun month, which, if you think about it, wasn't too long ago. So starting off, I made a video where I got a chance to hang out with one of my really good friends, one of my best friends, I should say, Kento, alongside one of our good friends, Violet, and that was my first time ever eating sukiyaki and making it, and it was really good. And then after that, I got a chance to make a video, a little vlog about a music video I worked on with a few friends at USC, and that was just a really awesome time because we started off in Manhattan Beach and then we ended off at the actual beach. And that was just a really fun time, having a bonfire and eating wonderful food and just spending time with really awesome filmmakers and friends of mine from USC. And that was just a awesome vlog. And then after that was Friendsgiving with all of my friends from USC. Well, maybe not all of them, but most of them. And that was just a really awesome time. And yeah, I'm so happy we got a chance to taste other people's foods from different cultures, different regions of the world. And I'm really, really spoiled and lucky to have friends all around the world who make wonderful food, who tell wonderful stories. And it was just really cool. And I'm still thankful for all of my friends. Whew. All right, we have somehow made it through the entire year, all 12 months, and this is the last one, December, which we are still currently in. So December is still a awesome month, and it's been a lot of fun being back at home, spending time with my family, and I've loved every second of it. But before I made it back to Visalia, I made a final video that was the end of the semester for me. And as you guys know, this entire school started being online, so getting a chance to spend my first semester on campus with all of my friends was really fun. And I made a video that kind of encapsulated all of the celebrations at the end of the semester, so it was really cool to see a lot of my friends' projects finally be screened on the big screen at USC at the Norris Theater. That was just a really fun time, being able to kind of celebrate all of the hard work that all of my friends have put into their projects, their stories, and the entire semester. So again, congratulations to all of my friends who ended off the semester on a really high note, on a strong note, and I'm excited for next semester. I can't wait to see what else we will venture into together. Yeah, it was fun. And that is it. The entire year rewound, or rewinded, however you want to say it. But this year has been an incredibly challenging and fun year for myself, and I'm sure for you guys out there. So honestly, if you've made it this far into the vlog, if you've made it this far into the year, thank you for staying alive, for being safe, for watching my videos, for tuning in. It's just been a lot of fun. Another year that we have made it through. So I hope that you were able to accomplish many things in this 2021 year, as crazy as it was. But there is a new year that is only a few days away, so do not worry. If you have any goals, let me know down in the comments below, because back in the day I used to make videos about like my goals going into the new year. So I'm excited to hear if you guys have any goals at all. I will say personally, one of my goals for 2022 is to continue to tell stories and build on all the relationships with my current friends and my family, and then also continue to make new friends in the year of 2022. I'm excited to meet so many more people, to work on a plethora of projects, and whatever else the year throws at me. I just want to walk into every experience with a smile on my face, with friends by my side and family rooting me on as well. So yeah, happy New Year's to all of you out there who are still watching this. Thank you again for just watching these videos. It means a lot to me, because I honestly, I hate to say it, but I say it all the time, and it's 100% true. I make these videos for myself. It's only a documentation of my life so that I can look back at these moments and hopefully hold on to them forever. So if you enjoy any of these moments and you enjoy watching my journey, thank you a lot. It means a whole bunch. And yeah, I think that's really all that I have for this last video of 2021. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Go ahead and do a super jump on that like button down below, and also get subscribed to the YouTube channel, because every single Wednesday, yes, even the Wednesdays in 2022, will be a brand new vlog. So I'm Matty Beeves, a cinematographer / student, and I'll see you next year. Right on. Now to edit. Oh my gosh. I don't want to edit. I hope this edit came out nice. Did you like it? I don't even know what it looks like yet. Who knows? Anywho, I'll see you guys next year. A peace.